welcome back to another episode of the Horror Daddies. It is your Horror Daddy here, Carlos, the one and only. And today, unfortunately, no one's joining me. It's all me. It's all about me today.
Excuse me?
Just kidding.
Excuse me? What the fuck are we to you, Carlos?
Well, welcome back our special guest, Jonathan and Cindy.
This is his way of telling us that he fired us.
I'm
This
just kidding.
podcast is all you
shit.
know.
Oh my
I
god.
mean, no. But welcome. Well, I'm here with my friends again.
Yo, he forgot. He don't like us no more. But this is your film daddy, John.
And your baby daddy Sid.
And what did we watch today, Carlos?
We watched Viernes 13.
What?
Ooh, I like that. That has a ring to it.
Friday the
Viernes
13th.
13.
Ooh.
Say it and whisper it in people's ears.
Viernes 13.
Oh,
Viernes 13.
I am enjoying this.
You like that? Yeah. Well, yeah, guys, today we watched the 1980, the original Friday the 13th.
Yes, we did, and it was actually kind of enjoyable.
It was kind of enjoyable.
I liked it.
My throat still hurts.
Oh, you.
Oh, Lord.
So bad.
We
Was it
need
from
to.
Kevin's Bacon's Bacon?
Oh.
Oh, got him, no.
actually. But I didn't realize that was going to be an innuendo until
You were
you
like,
said that.
she was like, no. But actually, Sydney, we chose this movie because Sydney's she just has no idea.
No,
Yeah.
I'd never even heard anything about it. The only thing I knew about it was that it was Jason. And even that, I was like, is it Jason?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really hard to keep it from her these last 2 months because I talk a lot
We
about
know.
horror movies.
It was so hard.
Yeah.
I bought the Blu-ray at Target for only $3.50.
Wow.
$3.50.
Bought
I
the
got
original
Walmart?
for that price. Or not the original. This is the original, the remake.
Walmart sponsor us?
Yeah, no, Target.
Oh, you bought it at Target?
Target.
I'm pretty sure you said Walmart.
No, he
I
said
said
Target.
Did he?
Yeah, Target.
I'm just-
Rewind it, John. Future Jonathan, rewind it. Target. So I got this one, Evil Dead and Cabin in the Woods, and they were all like $5. But anyways, in the very back of this movie, it shows like the plot twist of this movie and like the biggest scare of this movie. I
the
was
whole
like,
time
why?
He was like, Sid, you can't see the back. You can't see the back.
Yeah, I
Because-
hid it in my closet. Like I was like, no, you can't.
It's been
They-
40 years and everyone knows the twist. Except
Okay,
Sydney.
well,
That's
I
true.
don't.
Well, you didn't.
Didn't, yeah. They made me go to a different room while they pulled up like the main screen where
Oh,
you press
yeah.
play.
Just in case.
Yeah, like literally,
Was
I
there-
would not expect it. No, it was just
Was there?
literally
No,
the
it was just
the
like
poster.
it was literally the same poster as the cover of the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Blue
and it was
Reel.
just like the
I
Which
love
is-
that.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's supposed to say kill, 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 mom, 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 mom.
Kill, 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 kill. Ma, 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 ma.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds a lot more like.
Yeah, I think eventually it
Yeah.
just started. Yeah, I don't know.
It gets
Um,
changed throughout time.
yeah,
but I'm
for
not gonna
sure.
talk about the sequels today. Sorry.
Yes. Woo!
Woo, party
That's
time.
what we're looking for, baby. All right, so everyone
see.
want to tell their first thoughts of the movie?
Yeah. So I not Jason's biggest fan,
Yeah, controversial.
Ooh, I
even
like
though
it.
this isn't even a Jason movie. It's
Yeah,
a
no.
Pamela Voorhees movie. Spoiler alert. But I mean, watching it today, it was like, I don't know if it was because I was watching it with friends. It was pretty entertaining.
Yeah,
watching
I
it by
think
myself,
so.
I just never pay attention to it because I'm just like, that's stupid. But it was good. The kills were all off screen, so it was kind of like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
that was like
it
it's
was
like
very
half
low
and half.
It was very low budget, as you can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially with some of the parts, you can tell the bodies were like not even real.
nope.
But
No,
I
that
mean,
was.
they were still enjoyable.
yeah. I feel like watching it on Blu-ray and seeing the details. It's like, oh, you can actually see the fake bodies.
Yeah.
Because I seen it like low quality, like the original, and
Yeah.
like, you can't really tell,
Mm.
but enhanced and stuff, you could tell.
Yeah, it was
You can
like night and
telltale.
day.
Yeah.
It was night and day.
I was like, their tan line to the fake body did not
Oh,
match.
not at all.
They were more
It's
tan than the
like-
bodies.
It was like, when girls put foundation on that's a completely different color
Yo.
than their
Yes,
neck.
and their neck. That's exactly what it looked like in some scenes. No tea, no shade.
Yeah. It's Sid, what did you think about the movie?
So I did not find it scary up until the very end. The last like 10 minutes.
You mean the last 15 seconds?
The last 15
Well,
seconds.
no, because the last like 5 minutes is just her talking about.
Yeah.
But like right before that is when I died.
Yo, she like fell on the ground like a fucking sack of potatoes, dude. She
And we didn't
she was
catch
not
it.
expecting it.
I screamed like 5 times though because
Yeah.
even though even once the initial shock was over, I was still like
I was like, why is she screaming?
Like if you've ever seen Bob's Burgers, I was like Tina, like
It was so funny that shit because the whole scene is happening and they have this beautiful music. I'm like, yo, that's fucked up.
It was really pretty
That-
music though.
it was
Like I loved it.
gorgeous
I was like, I don't
music.
remember this music.
these are
Oh.
all spoilers.
Yeah.
I
I'll
mean,
probably
it's
yeah.
the point of the podcast.
But
That's true.
the problem I had with this movie is that the acting was so lame. Like, and a lot of the kills were destroyed by the acting. And then there were some parts
Yeah.
where people were like, oh, woe is me, kind of dramatic ass
Yeah.
acting. And then on top of that, you could barely hear what they're saying.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
I
think
mean-
it has to do with like the time era too.
Yeah.
Like there weren't like
Mhm.
these fleshed out,
Mhm.
actors, I guess. But
yeah.
I guess
And it was also
it
low
does.
budget.
Yeah, that is true. So I guess it's like you can tell that it's like a really low budget movie, old movie.
It was just like the script really did not matter to the movie. Like it was all visual.
Yeah.
I think it was just like let's just kill. I want to just kill you guys. You guys talk about whatever you want, but I'm just gonna kill y'all.
The
I wonder if
director-
there was a script.
The director just wrote the kills and they're like in between just
And
do whatever. I don't care.
Some of it seemed improvised. We'll
Yes,
get to some,
yes.
and like even you mentioned, some people do look at the camera.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's obvious.
hi.
Like they're looking at
Yeah.
the camera. All right, so I guess we're gonna land in spoiler territory. So we're
Yes.
gonna be, explaining the
We
movie.
were kind of already in spoiler territory.
Oh, yeah.
So
We
now
dipped
we're
our
diving
toes.
into
Come
it.
on, who hasn't seen this?
Well,
It's a classic.
up
It's other than you.
Up until 2 hours ago, me.
Not true.
But this was directed by Sean S. Cunningham and written by Victor Miller and Ron Kurz. So the movie opens up at Camp Crystal Lake, 1958, and we have all these counselors having like a kumbaya moment, singing "Hallelujah."
The whitest party I've ever walked. If I walk in there, I'm leaving.
Oh, God.
If I walk in there, I'm leaving.
And it's kind of like a POV shot of someone walking through it starts with the counselors, and then we cut through like a POV shot walking through the woods. They pass that cabin,
Yeah.
and they go into this other cabin. It's like all these. I want to say if they're just the campers sleeping.
Yeah,
they're probably not
it looks
even
like
counselors.
children. It's
Yeah.
super creepy, but it also could be like just somebody checking on the kids.
Yeah, we really
You
don't
never
know. It's
know.
just a POV shot. Which honestly, I was like, are all these kids about to just die here?
Yo.
I honestly got that little vibe. I don't know, just because.
Then this is when we see the two counselors
Yes,
that
they-
sneak out.
Yes, they finished their hallelujah.
I don't think they really snuck very
No,
well.
everyone
Yeah,
saw
I know.
them. Everyone, they gave each other eye contact, like,
Like-
"Hey, you want to go get freaky dicky?"
I'm
And
like,
then he
"Yeah."
was like, "Yeah," and she was like, "Okay, let's go." So they go, and then the other counselors continue like their music, and then they get to, I guess, this cabin, and she's like, "Oh, we're not gonna get caught, are we?"
And
And
he's
he
like, "No, baby
"No."
girl. No, baby girl, I got you."
Never say no.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I'm kidding.
I-
Say
oh.
no if you're uncomfortable.
Yeah, consent.
Oh.
Consent is very important,
Consent
guys.
is very
Always
important.
consent. But this was the 80s, and this, I guess, didn't exist. They start making out. They kind of start getting freaky dicky,
Yeah.
and we get the POV shot again.
Like
but-
up the stairs
going
where
up this-
they're
mhm.
kind of laying, and you can kind of see their legs kind of, twirling and
Yeah.
getting tangled up and
Ooh.
shit. Something's going down.
It's
I'm
dry
just
humping.
saying.
He gave it a little twirl twirl.
Yo, he
Yeah.
about to come in like one pump, like Michael Myers people.
And his pants, because they're not even on.
That's true. They weren't even naked.
No, unfortunately for him. So the person gets up to the stairs, or all the way up.
Yeah.
The counselor sees the person. We don't see this
Yeah,
person at
no.
all. And he's like, "Oh, we were just messing around, yada yada. We
Was
weren't
it-
doing anything."
Was it just me, or did it seem like he knew the person?
I want to say that he knew who she was, or this person was. Sorry, I want to say he knew who this person was, because we'll find out later why. So he gets stabbed in the stomach, and then he falls and dies. But we don't see him really get stabbed. It just cuts to him stabbed in the stomach. Which
Yeah.
that's what bothers me about this movie. But it's low budget. I get it.
Yeah. You kind of have to, when you're watching these movies, you kind of have to suspend your
yeah,
disbelief. Like,
yeah.
just enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah.
Because if not, you're always going to nitpick
But
it.
then we get the
But
girl.
that's what we're here for.
Exactly. But then we get the girl, and she's like trying to get away from this POV shot, and she's like screaming, all like, "Oh my god! Oh,
She's
stop,
so
no!"
dramatic
Yes.
the
So
entire
dramatic.
time.
Like, bitch, just face your death.
Yeah,
Right.
at that point,
And
fuck
then
it.
It zooms into her face. It kind of just it freeze frames,
Freeze
right?
It freeze
frame,
frames
yeah.
and
it
it
keeps zooming
zooms.
into her face, and she's just like in a scream phase, and we know she died.
Yeah, she did by that.
Yeah,
And
and
it's
then-
like the most annoying
Oh my God,
sound, like
it's like a-
soundtrack. I don't know what the fuck was
It's
it.
like a ringing in your ear. No,
Mhm.
it's just like a one note of ringing, and it's
Yeah.
so loud.
And I
Yeah.
had the home theater on, and I didn't realize how loud it was until that started. And I was like, "Oh god, I don't need to turn this down." I forgot. Like these movies are all the music is super eerie.
Yeah,
like
it's all
this.
fucked up.
And then it cuts. We get the title card, the Friday the 13th, crashing into the screen like it's 3D or something, and then it says Friday the 13th, present day, so it's 1980,
Mm-hmm.
as we believe.
Yes.
And we get like this girl, we find out is Annie.
Yep.
She's walking through the town. I guess she's trying to hitch a ride to Camp Crystal Lake because she's a counselor, because she talks to a dog.
Yeah.
That dog wants nothing to do
No.
with her.
Big Paco. I'm going to call him Big Paco.
Big Paco.
Yeah, because it's a boy.
Yeah, Big Paco's just standing there, and she just walks up to his dog. You don't know if this
Random
dog is
dog.
aggressive or
Right.
has a rabies.
That's how we know she's stupid immediately.
That's true.
Yeah.
And she's just walking, and this scene
Well,
is
she-
long.
yeah,
She's just walking for a while.
I don't know where she's walking from, how she got there, but it seems like she's been walking for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she asked Big Paco how far is Camp Crystal Lake, and he doesn't answer her because he's a dog. Like, so
And he's like, "Get away from me, bitch."
yeah, like I don't know you. Where's my owner? So then she goes up to like inside like a bar or something or a diner.
It's
some
like a
restaurant,
diner store restaurant.
Something. Everyone's in
Because
there.
there was like magazines in the back and like
Okay.
shelves. I don't know. It was
Okay,
weird.
so it was like a little hangout for the town, I'm assuming. And she's asking about how far Camp Crystal Lake is, and this is when we established that it's nicknamed Camp Blood
yes,
because of what we don't know, but something happened. And she gets a ride from this random dude.
yeah, it's like Oil Man. He
Yeah,
doesn't even have a
the
character.
yeah, on IMDb,
like,
he's
name.
like the truck driver or something.
Yeah.
But as they're walking out and walking to his truck, they bump into this other character named Ralph, and Ralph is telling them that the camp is a death curse. Don't go there.
Mm-hmm.
Yada yada yada. They get in the car and they start driving off. And in this scene, they're talking, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be a cook there." 10 staffs and 50 kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're just talking about the camp, and then he kind of starts going off of like, "Oh, this happened in 58, 2 people died, got killed there."
Yeah.
And then in 57 a little boy drowned.
Yeah, so
and he just
57
keeps going about the history of this camp.
And she's just kind and she like doesn't care either. She's just
No.
kind of like, oh yeah, whatever. Because she gives me a lot of hippie vibes.
Yeah.
Like she's kind of like her. I mean, not even her physical appearance,
Mhm.
but at least her attitude. Like she's kind of like she looks like she's high the entire time.
Yeah.
Her voice sounds like she's kind of dragging a lot, and then I don't know. She just gave me really hardcore hippie
Well,
vibes.
she's a hitchhiker. Like and this
Yeah.
was normal, I guess, back then.
Back
And it's
then,
like
yeah.
this is what she does.
That's how people got fucking murdered all the time.
That's
yeah,
true.
and she
That's
was
true.
like, "Really, you're gonna go off about it too after Ralph just did, or
Oh
whatever?"
yeah, because we have this one guy, which I fucking love him, because he has this like he's like Irish, I think, or I don't know. He has some crazy Irish accent, and he's like, "You're going to was it Camp Blood?
Yeah.
That place is cursed."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Ralph.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ralph. Yeah. And so they're driving, and she's kind of just ignoring him about all this shit he's telling her about the camp.
Yeah.
And he drops her off in front of a cemetery, which I thought something was gonna happen there, but nothing happens.
No.
And then she just keeps walking down the other direction. He keeps going
Yeah.
one way.
And then
And-
it cuts to
Yes.
people in a truck, and I literally wrote in my notes, "Is that Kevin Bacon? What the fuck?"
Oh yeah,
very, very young Kevin Bacon.
baby. I think this was his first movie
Yes, it
appearance.
was.
I had no idea he was in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about it too. I completely forgot he was in this movie.
I knew he was in this movie, but I first saw him in Tremors. Tremors was my introduction to Kevin
Yeah,
Bacon.
I think same.
I think
So-
Footloose was mine.
I never seen Footloose.
Yeah, never. I never
I saw
seen
the
it.
remake. Me and remakes.
Yeah, you have something with remakes.
Um, So yeah, we do meet Kevin Bacon, whose name is Jack. We meet Marcy and Ned or Bill.
I think this is Ned.
Okay.
Is it?
Yeah,
I thought
because
it-
Bill was the one working on the boat.
Okay, so
Yeah.
guys, Bill and Ned look exactly the same, and I can never tell them
Well,
apart.
that's
So
not
I'm
true.
sorry if I get them confused in these scenes.
Bill is a lot cuter.
Yeah, but it's
They
like
just look this. It's
in
just the black
movement.
fluffy hair just confused me the whole movie.
Yeah, and they're like in movement, they just look like the same
yeah.
person.
I think they were twin brothers, to be honest. So we get them, and then they get to the camp, and we meet Steve, who's chopping wood outside.
Okay, wait. I have to
Yes.
describe Steve's outfit here.
Yeah. Indulge me.
He looks like a porn star.
He is shirtless, like all hairy chest.
Yeah, he is.
Skinny
out.
guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's got a little bit of beef on him, but
Yeah, he does.
Oh.
But
Kevin's beef.
He's on these short ass cut off jeans. And then he's got a big belt buckle.
Oh yeah, giant belt buckler, but on his with his short shorts,
Yes.
like
And then he's got these huge red socks with work boots and then a red bandana around his neck.
oh, and then
And
his
then-
what's it the Beatle guy, John Lennon,
John Lennon.
John Lennon glasses.
And then this mustache that is just it's not glorious because
No,
the
he
guy
just-
from Hell House, he had a glorious mustache.
Yeah, but this guy is like a pedophile kind of like.
it's a pedophile mustache, but also very nice. Like
Yeah.
props.
I mean, it's literally 1980. They're still in the 70s.
That's true.
So
they didn't know that.
Yeah.
it was a whole different decade.
Yeah.
he
So
looks like I'm sorry.
no. Go ahead.
I don't know if anybody's seen Bob's Burgers. I don't know why I'm bringing that
Yeah,
up so
Bob's
many
Burgers.
times.
I never seen it. Never seen it.
He looks like Mr. Frond to me, the counselor, which is kind of
I'm
like,
gonna have to look that up.
ooh, counselor.
It might be a
Counselor.
It could be a
Counselor.
reference. Yeah.
All these like classics get referenced throughout all these cartoons. It's,
And you don't even
Crazy.
realize it.
Yeah.
Like literally, it's always referenced in different
Yeah.
things.
they'll like change their color or something, and that's it.
Yeah.
So we meet Steve, we meet Alice, and they're basically gonna get everyone situated.
Yes.
It cuts to Alice fixing what are those pipes called? Where the rain falls and then it comes out through the other pole outside.
Gutter.
A
Gu- a
gutter.
gutter.
Thank you. Oh my god. So she's fixing the gutter and Steve comes and helps her. He helps her and like I guess she knows how to draw, which
Yes.
doesn't come back later. It's just a real quick
No,
scene.
it's so
Yeah.
random.
She has
it's
talent.
It's just Steve hitting on her.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we need you to have a talent because we need him to hit on you somehow.
And can we talk about how tall fucking Steve is?
Was he tall?
Alice is in a ladder fixing the gutter, and he literally just stands up and lifts his arm and just like, oh, you have to put it in place, and just poosh.
Maybe
Honestly,
she's just really short.
Yeah,
I didn't
maybe.
realize how tall he was.
I was like, what the fuck? Like, why is he gigantic?
Oh, I honestly didn't notice.
No, it was just me, my short ass. So I'm like, what?
I don't know. So he's showing her. He's going through her drawing book, and I guess she drew a portrait of him.
Yeah,
And he's like, "Oh, do you like me or whatever?"
yeah. We don't even get to see it, but you see like a
You
little
see
bit,
the
like a
bit,
little
yeah,
bit.
you see like from an angle. And do they say anything else important in that scene? I don't
No,
really
he's
remember.
pretty much just hitting on her,
Okay.
but it's nothing like crazy.
So then Alice goes up to this boat, and we meet Bill.
Yeah,
She tells them to come back to the cabins for I don't even remember something. But as we see in this, we see a POV shot of a tree staring at not a tree, but like
but you see
someone
like
from a
someone's
tree,
hiding,
yeah,
behind
staring
the
at
tree.
her. Which as she's walking back, she literally passes this tree
right next
3
to her.
inches,
Yes,
and like this shot is on her, and she does not notice this person.
yeah,
Mind you,
like
this person was pretty thick. Like
You're close enough to get touched by his dick.
right,
yeah,
or
like
vagina.
literally she's hiding behind the tree, and when Alice kind of walks by, she kind of like doesn't even put that much effort into hiding,
No,
and Alice just keeps walking. I'm just like, I feel like I would have noticed something.
yes. Listen,
But it's the camera, and you're not allowed to look at the camera.
That's true.
so-
That's true. Even though some people don't follow that rule,
I guess.
Alice does. She got paid really well.
So here's where we get Brenda. We meet Brenda, and she's putting up the archery range, which I call it a bow range.
Yep, and a bitch almost dies.
Yeah, she almost gets
Oh
shot,
my
which
God.
is showing us something for later.
A little foreshadow, sprinkle.
You know what I mean?
It's like sudden too. She puts
Yeah.
the target on, and then there's an arrow that almost fucking hits her.
Which was Ned, right?
Yes, so
Okay.
Ned is like the practical joker of the group.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Which-
scene stressed me out though.
Yeah.
He almost hit her, and if he would have been a bad archer, he would have killed her.
Oh,
Got him.
yeah.
Movie over.
He is Jason.
Yo, his origin stories.
So then it cuts back to Annie, the hitchhiker, and she gets picked up by this stranger person
Yes,
who
in a
we don't
blue
see.
Jeep.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a blue Jeep.
A Jeep.
So randomly she gets in, and then we just see like far away shots of them driving, and I'm like,
Mhm.
yo, what the fuck?
But
Where's
the
this going?
The music starts
Yeah, well,
'cause-
the music, she like mentions, she says a couple things.
that she's going to the camp, and
Yeah.
I forgot what she said, but she did say something weird.
But the way it was filmed, it's like filmed like a regular movie, like it's just a shot of her side of the car. Because usually
Mhm.
in a car scene, they'll shoot like, one shot A, which is pointing the passenger, and then
Yes.
reverse shot.
We
of
always get a
passenger B.
driver.
Yeah,
Even
exactly.
if it's like a non-existent, we don't care person, we'll always get who the driver is. But
Yep.
here we don't.
Yeah, no, we just get her side of the car, and then it randomly switches to the point, like the POV shot of someone
Yeah.
looking at her, and this is when we all literally went, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah.
Like this is whoever.
Well, no, it was that she looks out the window and she's like, "Wasn't that the road to the camp?"
Yeah.
'cause
And
you
that's
see
when
the
I was like,
sign.
"Oh shit!"
Yep.
Yeah.
So the music starts, and she starts like freaking out, like telling her to stop, or whoever it is to stop, like let me out, yada yada. And she
And
just jumps out the
gets
car.
faster.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
just gets faster. They just get faster.
Yeah, the car keeps going fast, and then she just jumps out, no hesitation.
Nah,
Props
she's
to her.
smart. She's smart.
I mean, she could have died. Hereditary.
I mean, also,
That's
she
true.
wasn't that smart to get in the car in the first place.
She's hitchhiking. Like,
Yeah, well, it's the era. That's why.
the thing. is that don't hitchhike, guys.
just don't hike alone.
I mean, Uber exists, guys. Come on.
That's true.
You know?
Not in the 80s.
Uber sponsor us.
At one point, one of them said, "Do you want a lift?" And I immediately thought of the app. I was like, "Wait," I was confused. I'm like, "Wait, what the
Well,
fuck?"
Welcome. That is the point of the app.
Yeah,
to get a
I was-
lift.
It's like, wow,
You know what I mean?
That's true. I know what you mean.
So she jumps out of the car, and the car stops, and she tries to run away. She kind
She
of
goes into the forest.
She goes into the forest. She runs away. She's freaking out, and then she kind of just stops. She feels like a little bit of relief, and then the killer pops in front of her.
Mhm.
Which, okay,
It's a man.
Okay.
yes, this is a man.
Yeah.
This is a big ass looking man. Well, we only see the legs, but you could tell it's a man.
Well, at one point we see like kind of like his back kind of faces the camera, and it's a large
Not
person.
only that, you kind of see the silhouette in the car. It's a huge ass person.
Maybe they're wearing one of those football padding things on
yeah.
their shoulders.
That's true. Maybe.
Yeah.
I
Sure.
don't know. But we see him pretty much just pop into frame, and we don't see who it is. We just see like
No.
his body kind of moving, and then he kind of or that person leaves,
Mm-hmm.
and her neck is completely sliced.
Mhm.
Yes, and like the camera like goes over this person, and then next slice, and you can see the tan foundation line.
Yeah.
because of the neck, and it starts opening. She's like, oh,
She's
Her
like very
acting-
dramatic.
Her
Yeah.
acting sucked.
yeah. I don't
You
think
think-
she'll do
you-
a movie
just-
after this.
You think you can
The-
do better?
I mean, yeah. If somebody slashes my throat, I'm not gonna be like, ah.
Guys, Cindy's up for the challenge.
Yo.
Okay, but I do want to say that during this chase scene, the music, like, was very intense.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
it put you on the edge of your seat, and Jonathan was in front of me, and he literally was on the edge of his seat.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit, what's gonna happen?
And I'm just sitting there like, guys, come on. No, I've seen this so many times.
Yeah. I think I've only seen this movie like once a long time ago.
I feel like
and-
I watch every time like Hulu drops like the marathon or Prime, I watch it. I just
Yeah.
watch the all 8 of them.
Yeah, I just always go to like the third.
The first
I think
8.
it's,
I know there's 12.
I think 3 or 4. That's the one that I always watch.
Mhm.
I think the
Oh.
final chapter is like one of my favorite ones.
Because yeah, the 4th one is like a fan favorite.
Yeah.
So then after she dies and gets her throat slit, we cut back to all the counselors at the lake, and Ned decides to pretend he's gonna drown.
Yes,
Fuck
because they're all
Ned,
they're
bro.
all kind of just just
Yeah,
swimming. This is
swimming.
when we get to see all their chemistry,
Yeah.
and we get to see some booty. We get to see Kevin Bacon booty
Oh,
because he kind of like his
But
ass
he's-
crack
he's
kind of
slim.
shows.
Yeah, he's slim.
But no Kevin Bacon, unfortunately.
No.
I don't
Don't
think
worry.
I don't think you could tell he had some. You know what I'm saying?
Like bacon, bacon.
Like bacon, like big bacon.
Oh, well, maybe he doesn't have any bacon.
Unless it's like one of those, instead of like, you know how the bacon, when you like put it in the frying pan, it shrinks. Maybe his does the opposite.
It's reverse.
Yeah.
maybe it was just cold that day. Leave him alone.
Or it could be that was in New Jersey. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, frozen bacon shrinks.
Does it?
I don't know.
Oh.
She just likes she's like Snapple, but if Snapple just said random shit, that wasn't true.
Okay. So yeah, Ned pretends to drown, and they all like get mad at him. They're like, "Well, fuck Ned, whatever."
Yeah.
And then Alice goes to the cabin,
Mm-hmm.
and this is where she sees a black snake.
Oh yeah, so she's in the cabin. There's this clear as day black snake right
So
next to her.
cute.
It is pretty fucking cute. But
Those bitches.
she starts screaming, freaking out.
Yeah.
And
and then everybody appears.
yeah,
And I was like, where did everybody come
literally
from?
we didn't need all these people in
No.
the same room.
And
And
they
they're
start ripping up the room like this is the Bad Girls Club.
they
Like-
start trashing it,
Yeah.
throwing shelves, like everything. Did you see that? I think it was Jack, Kevin Bacon.
Mhm.
He like jumps into the bed
Yeah.
and
like
the bread just
leapfrog.
breaks.
Yeah.
Like this bed is not safe.
And the snake is
So
trying to
much.
get away from them. And guys, they kill this snake, and they actually really kill the snake in
Yeah.
this movie.
It's like legit,
So
like
I don't know if this scene was
ugh.
actually improvised and wasn't supposed to happen, and they just kept it. Those fucking assholes.
It hurt me.
I have
Yeah.
a snake. It hurt me.
I don't even like snakes that much, and it still hurt. I didn't like seeing that. I didn't like it.
Like they could have
It
just.
felt
this
wrong.
This is actually just a support group for us watching a snake being killed.
My name is Jonathan.
And I was hurt.
Guys, I have issues.
Yeah.
They killed the snake.
And this is when we get Ned's Native American dance.
Which honestly was inappropriate.
very inappropriate. He's just going crazy. Like
Yup.
he's not like doing it to like be funny like to the group. Like he's by himself just dancing.
He's being a little racist right here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, he is.
So the cop gets there to see where Ralph is, the town
Yes.
crazy.
Yes.
And this is when Ned's like, what? There's nobody crazy in here.
And all of them show up and they start touching the cop's bike like they never seen a motorcycle before. Or
Kevin Bacon
or
pisses me
fucking-
off, dude.
yeah.
Like answers his radio.
yeah.
Like fuck off, like little
Like,
shit.
Are they 10?
I think they were just trying to say these are just dumb teenagers, and they're
Yeah.
they think
Honestly,
they've
yeah.
got-
This is where the trope is starting.
yeah.
Yeah, this is like literally everyone's supposed to be like really young.
And
I don't even think they're like of age, if I'm not mistaken.
Young, stupid, and horny.
Yep.
That's the thing.
And
for
then
these movies.
there's a jump scare.
I
So
forgot which one.
Is it
Alice-
supposed to be?
Alice is in the kitchen, like putting things
Oh,
away, and she
yeah.
opens the pantry door, and Ralph is inside, and then he starts like talking. Can you do the voice? Do the voice. Do the voice.
Wait, what did he say in this one?
You-
Telling them they are doomed, basically.
They're
yeah.
doom. They're doom.
That was bad.
Yeah, that was terrible. I can't do an Irish accent.
Was it Irish?
That was your Irish
I'm pretty
accent?
sure. No, I don't know. I don't even want to try. I don't want to offend anybody.
And then as Ralph is walking out, Bill goes, I guess we met Ralph.
And he just takes a bite of his bread like nothing. Like it's a normal thing.
So calm. What if Ralph would have just started stabbing them?
Yeah, he comes out of the pantry fucking stabbing
Yeah,
everyone.
Is he gonna be like, oh well, that's Ralph as he's like in the floor?
Town crazy.
So here they're making dinner. I guess they're making like burgers or something, and I guess they need the power on for the lights because it's getting dark.
Yeah, so they notice that it's getting darker. So then I think it's Bill mentions that he knows how to turn on the emergency power generator.
Yeah, the other boy with
no,
the
not
black hair.
Bill. It's
Is it
Steve?
Bill? Ned?
No, Ned
it's
is
Jack.
dumb.
Jack.
Jack is Kevin Bacon.
So I think it's Jack.
Okay, somebody.
I don't know, dude. They all look the same. The only one I know is Kevin Bacon
Yeah,
because
it's, honestly, that I don't think that scene was needed really to turn on the
no,
generator.
there's a lot of scenes here that we
Well,
don't
This
it
need.
movie-
was needed because Dead by Daylight, okay?
That's true. That's very
Yes.
true.
They needed to power the exit gates, even though they didn't really escape. Okay, so yeah, so they just turn on a generator, and then we cut, and it's Kevin Bacon. I'm gonna call him by his name in the movie, Jack,
Jack.
and Marcy, and they're making out, and Ned's kind of watching them like a creep.
Oh,
Which
yeah,
I feel like
it's
I don't know if
weird.
this was intended to allude that maybe Ned is doing it.
So it's kind of like them watching Kevin Bacon and
Mhm.
Marcy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marcy. Yeah.
Well, I guess Jack and Marcy. And then
Yeah.
it zooms out and now it's watching Ned.
Ned.
So for a second you think that the POV is Ned,
Mm-hmm.
but then it starts watching Ned. So you're like,
Yeah,
what?
so I think these are hints to like try to trick the people person because no one's. This is. I'm not saying this is the first movie that's done this, but this is like, it's new. So
Yeah.
everyone in the theater was like, "Oh shit, is it Ned?" For like a quick second, because then it just cuts to another POV. So it's like, okay, it's not Ned.
I didn't see it that way just because of how the cinematography in this is like, because a lot of times it's almost like it's filmed like The Office, where it's like someone just walking in the area with the camera, and then so the zoom out just felt like it was just like the most that they could do for right now, and then it was I took it more of like, is Ned jealous of Jack that she's with
Yeah,
he's
that-
with
that
Marcy?
was my
that
thought,
also
too.
insinuated that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I don't know. It could be taken.
He was
in
like the
different
only
ways.
one without a
Yeah.
without a pair, and Brenda was, I guess, the only girl without a pair.
Yeah,
But
I thought he was with like Brenda, right?
I thought
It-
so too.
I think they do like kind of
Kind of
put their
freaky
arms
dicky
around
on
each
the
other when
side.
the cop was there earlier, but we never really got the
The full.
because right after this
freaky-dicky.
we never see Ned again. He goes into the cabin and we don't see
Yeah,
him
so
again.
he hears something. I don't
Mhm.
even know what he heard because this movie's kind of hard to hear. Like,
well, did you?
yeah.
I saw someone in the cabin.
Oh,
yeah,
did
he
you?
sees someone.
Yeah.
Oh,
He goes, "Who's there?" or "Who's that?"
Yeah,
And then he goes into the cabin and it cuts.
Yeah,
I
back
must
to
have been writing.
But you
Jack.
freaking idiot. Like, why are you going alone?
yeah. He like, hello, hello, and then just
Mhm.
walks in. We don't see
Which
him ever
again
again.
looks like a really tall man.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, he goes into the cabin. It cuts to Jack and Marcy again making out, and they get to that cabin, like they're sitting in front of it. They're sitting outside of it,
Yeah.
and she starts. I guess is gonna start storming, and she starts talking about her nightmares. Which I'm like, girl, Freddy's not out for another 4 years.
It
Calm
was
down.
like weird and dramatic, and then she's like, "The rain turns to blood," and then
Mhm.
looks off into the distance.
And you can tell if you look at Kevin Bacon throughout that whole scene, you can tell that all the blood went straight to his dick because he is not paying attention.
Nope. He's like, girl, I don't care. Let's
Like-
just go do what we're gonna do.
I guess get freaky dicky.
Yo.
It's raining blood in my dick right now.
So they go into the cabin and she starts to get like, she takes off her shorts or her jeans or whatever, and he takes off his shirt and they start doing it, and it starts raining.
This is when it starts raining and it keeps cutting from them to
the
the rest of the
Monopoly
group
game.
in a cabin trying to play strip Monopoly.
So let's do the Monopoly scene real quick because it's real quick.
yeah, it's not that important.
So it's
either.
basically
Brenda.
Brenda, Alice, and Bill. Sorry.
Yeah,
Fucking hate those two. They're playing. They start playing strip Monopoly.
Mhm.
They're
Mhm.
basically playing. It looks like Alice is winning, and as soon as Alice was gonna, Brenda does say something that caught my attention. She says, "Alice draws first blood." I'll get to why I think that's very interesting later, and Alice is about to take off her clothes, but then gets interrupted.
With the door
Which-
opening.
Yes, which here I'm like, okay, final girl. We don't see her naked. We don't see her fuck. She's gonna survive.
Yeah.
And she's not acting like a slut. Brenda was. That's why.
That's true.
Okay, so now we're gonna go back to Jack and Marcy real quick. So Jack and Marcy are. Jack is giving her the bacon. She's moaning about it. Yes.
You can't just move on like that.
Yeah.
But he is.
Like he just kept talking about.
I mean,
Give us
It's
a minute
true.
to appreciate it.
that was funny. That was great.
so
Oh, that was awesome.
As Jack giving her the bacon, making it crispier and crispier inside of her. She's moaning. She's liking it. It zooms up because they're in twin beds and they're on the
Yeah.
bottom one, bunk beds. It zooms up and Ned is dead on the top bunk, and they
Yeah,
don't see that.
was a cool reveal though.
That
Mhm.
my heart dropped.
Yeah, I was like, oh fuck.
So he gives her some kids. He gives her a little kindergarten.
Yeah,
They stop.
these
Mhm.
movies, man. Protect,
Well, okay,
practice safe sex, guys.
But at least he lasted a little longer than the
What the girl? You good? She had a mini stroke.
At least Jack lasts a little bit longer than these guys from Michael Myers from Halloween.
Yeah, that's true. So I think that means that this movie might be better.
Don't say Don't start this.
I'm just fucking with you.
Anyway,
I wish you guys could see Carlos's face when
Yo.
Jonathan said that.
I could see smoke coming out of his ears, dude.
so she needs a water break, so she goes and gets water. So she goes off to the bathroom, which is, I'm assuming, in another building, because it seems like a whole nother building.
Yeah,
which
it seems kind of
okay.
separate.
So fun fact: this was actually shot at a camp,
Mhm.
and everything was already there except the bathroom. The bathroom they built themselves.
Really, the
Yes.
bathroom. Oh,
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah. So she goes into the bathroom, and then it cuts back to Kevin, Jack, and he's just laying on the bed, and all of a sudden a fucking hand comes from under the bed, grabs him by the forehead, and stabs a fucking arrow through his fake untanned body.
It
And-
still looked really good.
it looked
though.
good. It's just once you see like you see where his neck cuts off, it's like, oh
Yeah, like, oh shit,
Yeah.
that's
real
a fake body.
Yeah.
But it's pretty fucking
I wonder
gruesome.
if it's his own hand that's like holding him down because it looks like
Oh, like he went underneath and grabbed his
Yeah.
own like,
because
forehead.
he must be standing
yeah,
or kneeling down, and then
Yeah.
they like put the prosthetic.
yeah,
I
because
heard-
his body can't be there.
Yeah,
yeah,
I heard that
Is
scene
the-
was hard, and he was there for hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just yeah.
Yikes.
yeah.
Okay, did the arrow come up through the bed?
Yes, which honestly, no, it wouldn't have happened that way.
But it's still cool as hell.
No, it was cool, but an arrow through that
I was
mattress.
just really
and-
Yeah.
confused there for
Yeah.
a second.
yeah. So now we get Marcy. Yeah, Marcy in the bathroom. She walks in.
Marcy's going potty.
Yeah, she going potty. She hears a noise. She thinks it's Jack. Doesn't find Jack.
Mm-hmm.
So
Nope.
this is where she goes to wash her hands. Good job, even though there's no corona. but good job.
Coronavirus.
The sink doesn't turn on, so she figures out it's through the bottom. Like open the faucet. She washes her hands,
Mhm.
and she hears another noise. So she goes to investigate, thinking it's Jack again. She's looking through the showers, and then from behind her, you see the shadow of the axe go up,
Oh, that was so cool.
and she
Mhm.
turns around, screams, and then
Axe to the face.
it cuts to the light, and then it cuts, and there's an axe in her face. That's it. And she just falls dead on the ground.
It's pretty gruesome.
No, it is.
but-
It's pretty cool.
But it's just
The-
like there's so much cutting to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like axe, light, face. Axe and
The-
face.
The practical effect of like what you see once it cuts to her is really good.
dude. The person that worked on that is like he's known for that. Like
Oh,
he
Tom
it's
Savini.
Tom
so good.
Savini is like literally
Yeah.
a legend.
Which I'm not
Like,
shitting on the effects. The effects look great.
No,
He's
yeah,
a
it's
great. He's
great.
a great special effects person.
I think it's just not the best kill because we don't see it happen.
it's because all the cutting.
Yeah.
All the cutting that's one thing that bothers me about this movie. It's a lot of cutting between the kills.
Yeah,
Which
and-
I know what they were going for. Like, oh, you don't see the killer, it's more scary. You don't know who's doing it. But
I know. I think it's just also like restrictions, and
yeah,
they probably spend a lot of their money with practical effects. Of course,
mhm.
they probably also had to rent out the the
Yeah,
entire
their,
camp.
Their budget was $550,000.
Oh,
It's
I thought you were
small.
just gonna say $550.
Yeah, they just literally all.
Honestly, yeah. If the other people were for free, like the special effects people were for free, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
Because all they needed was a cameras, a couple
Mhm.
of days. That's it.
couple actors.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they probably spend a lot of money on like the big effects, like the Kevin Bacon
Mhm.
one, probably.
Yeah. All those effects for sure.
I mean, if they spent that much money on it, maybe they should have gotten a better foundation, but
Jesus Christ, we have a critic over here.
just kidding.
Um, so we cut back to the kids finishing up their Monopoly game.
Yeah.
This was all going on back and forth, kind
Well,
of.
I think Brenda cuts it short and like
Yeah.
just
She
leaves
leaves
for
because
some reason?
she says it's storming, and she's like, "Oh, I left my windows in my cabin open, so I
Oh,
gotta go."
okay.
Which
I thought she was just trying to avoid cleaning because right after she leaves, they're like, they're cleaning this up.
yeah, no. And, yeah, she's like, "Oh, we'll finish this later," which she wanted to have a threesome, low key.
Oh, she kind of
With
did.
Allison, yeah,
It's just them. The others
Yup.
seem like they're kind of a couple,
yeah.
and she's just like, "Hey, let's get naked."
Yeah.
and I was like,
She was real
"Whoa."
into it, like she wanted this.
Yeah.
So she does not put on her clothes.
No,
She
she
just
put her
picks them
jacket-
up, puts on a raincoat, and leaves.
Yeah,
What in rush are you in? Like, put on your clothes.
She wanted one of the guys to follow her.
they're all dead.
And the other one had a girlfriend,
Literally,
apparently.
yeah.
So we cut back we cut to Steve.
Yeah, he's
the
at a
scene,
diner.
which I feel like all these scenes cut so randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
He's
do.
at a diner. He only pays $2.25 for his meal, which was
Shit, that's a
whoa.
good ass deal.
Right.
Where he eat at the Waffle House?
It seemed like it. I'd never been there.
Oh, Waffle House is so good.
I don't
It's
know,
the
it scares me to
shittiest
go in there.
food. It's the
See?
shittiest food, but it's so good. It's
Hey,
worth
Waffle House,
Sponsor.
sponsor us.
it. That reminds me of the Vine. Can I have my pancake? And it's two people fighting.
What?
You never seen that video?
No.
It's someone at a Waffle
it's at
House.
Waffle House,
And
and-
he's trying to order pancakes, and the people, like the cook or the waitresses, are just fighting in the kitchen.
legit fighting, and they're slamming each other. And the
Yeah.
guy's like, "Can I have my waffle?" It's so funny.
But that's a quick scene. He tips the lady. He leaves.
Yeah.
He gets in his Jeep, which here we're thinking Jeep from before, ? Is Steve the killer?
Yeah,
He's driving, it's storming a lot, and then it cuts. And now we get Brenda in the bathroom, and she's washing her teeth. And this is where we see the killer's hand kind of like hold the shower curtain. I guess if they were
It's so
peeking at her,
creepy.
if it is really cute, because you don't see nothing, you just see the hand.
Yeah. Before we move on,
Mhm.
when Steve leaves the diner, he gets into a Jeep, and you can't really tell the color because it's dark out.
Mhm.
And so I was like, "Oh shit,
It's Steve.
it's Steve!"
And I'm
And
like,
then
wow, this movie just here's the killer.
yeah, but then sorry, that was funny. But then it cuts to Brenda back in the
Yeah, yeah.
bathroom and the hand, and I was like, "Oh, I guess it's not Steve."
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
never mind, guys. Just tricking y'all. People in the theater are probably like, oh my
Oh,
God, it's not
shit.
Steve, guys.
Who
Not
the
Steve.
fuck is it?
You know, this whole movie kind of reminds me of those documentaries that like slowly introduce new suspects, and
Yeah.
every single one you're like, "That's him, that's him, I know
Yeah.
it."
Sydney and I have been watching Dexter because the
Mhm.
new season's gonna come out next
Mhm.
year, and literally the first season, any person they introduce, she's like, "That's the ice truck killer.
Well,
that's the ice truck
that's
killer."
how I
Yeah,
am.
but that's not true.
That's
It
so
was
true.
the two people that
Honestly-
were convicted for the ice truck.
Okay,
killing.
like I knew who the killer was, so I was like, I knew you didn't. But I was like, that's me watching the Scream movies. Whenever I was watching them for the first time, I was like, oh, it's her. Oh no, it's him. It's him. It just cuts. She doesn't. They don't do
Just
nothing to her in the
nothing.
bathroom. Then we come back to Steve again, and his car's broken down, and he randomly gets picked up by this officer. which
Yeah,
he shows
he's
up really
just
randomly.
he's just there.
And
Mhm.
the car's broken down. We don't know why. Again, a scene that was not needed.
Really though.
So now we come back to Brenda, and we get a POV shot of somebody watching Brenda from her cabin window.
Yeah.
And she's writing in her diary, I guess, or something, or reading. And she finishes, she goes to her bed, and she starts to read, and then she hears, "Help me!
Yeah.
Help me!
Help me.
Help me.
Yeah.
And she's just like, huh?
I would have been like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Hell
one,
no.
I would have closed my cabin door.
uh-huh.
Two, it's storming outside. I am not about to get this hair wet.
And what's number 3?
I don't have a third one.
Oh,
Well,
I
shit.
number
usually
3, there's
Go to sleep.
Oh yeah, I would just go to sleep. Like, you can help yourself.
well, I guess number 4 is that there's no kids at the camp yet. Like, it's only the counselors so far.
Oh yeah, in 5, I
like-
would not be at this cabin by myself.
That's true. Yeah, I don't
and
know.
6, just get out of the movie.
Right. Like, I would have just stayed with Alice and then until they were gonna go to sleep.
Yeah.
I don't care if y'all a couple and y'all want to fuck. I'm a cock block. I'm not about to go to sleep by myself in the woods.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no.
You don't do that. You don't do that, honey.
And we get to hear like she's kind of like looking outside. It's like a long scene of her looking
Yeah.
outside and then help me, help me. And it's like she tries to go back to sleep. Help me, and
Yep.
it just keeps going back and forth. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh my god, fucking
Well,
just help her.
Yeah,
God
well,
damn
then
it.
she runs outside and she's looking for this person and she's like, "Whoa, where are you?" Yada yada, and she ends up at the archery range and the lights turn on and it cuts and then Alice hears her scream.
Yeah, like
And
loud
that's it.
screaming.
She's
Mhm.
target practice, guys.
Literally.
like literally earlier.
Foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and she's also holding the biggest flashlight of them all.
Oh
It looks
my
like a
God.
lightsaber.
So Bill and Alice basically go investigate, and they get to Brenda's cabin and they find the axe on the bed with
Yeah.
blood.
And Alice says, "What is happening?"
What do you think, Alice? Everyone's dying. Can we get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here?
the axe is covered in blood, and she's
Right.
like, "What?"
So they're going all through the camp. They don't find no one. They go to the camper's office, and they don't have the keys to get in, which I don't understand why, because they seem that they were already there. At least
Yeah.
Alice. Alice seems like she's like second in charge from Steve. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Steve definitely looked like he's the captain
Yeah.
pretty much of the group, but he kind of just disappears. So I guess that's why it's locked, because
'Cause-
he might be the officer.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know.
when the other kids showed up, he called Alice to get them situated. So
Yeah.
it seems like she was like second. Anyways, so they break a window. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say Alice is a bad bitch. She just
Oh yeah,
like,
she just breaks the window. She's like, "Fire me if you want to."
yeah.
Take it off
we
my-
gotta get in there.
take it off my check.
paycheck. Yeah. She breaks the window, opens the door. They try to call the police, and the phone light cut.
Yeah.
So then they try to run to their truck, which is very Friday the 13th the game, and the truck doesn't start. And was the battery missing or something?
I couldn't. I think I might have
They
been writing.
they mentioned something.
Yeah.
Well, when they're trying to use the phone,
Mhm.
the POV shot zooms out and you can see the cord line running in between the logs and it's
Yes,
cut,
It's cut.
which I thought was a good
Yeah,
shot.
that's a
Yeah.
good reveal.
And then they go to their truck to, I guess, to go get help, and the truck doesn't start either. So then they go back to the cabin, but we cut to Steve again with the police officer, and he's telling him, "Oh, it's a full moon. It's Friday the
Yeah.
13th.
People go crazy. There's more murders. There's more
rapes,
rape.
more homicides.
Like everything.
Everyone just starts going crazy when there's a full moon."
And Steve said something that I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was like you're making science out of a coincidence.
Yeah.
And I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah. So the police officer gets a call to go somewhere. He needs to be somewhere. I guess there's an
Yeah.
emergency.
hmm
Drops off Steve in the middle of the road in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I think that call was for Haddonfield. There was like a couple murders that happened that
Okay.
day. Yeah, on Halloween, Friday 13th on
Don't
Halloween.
compare these.
And they're just all in one universe.
I mean, they could be.
That could be kind of cool.
We need a movie. So it cuts to Steve, and then we don't see Steve again. So I'm assuming he dies. Cause doesn't he get picked? Oh, he gets picked up by the other
so,
Jeep.
So he gets picked up. He
Yes.
walks because that was fucked up from the officer, by the way. He
Yeah,
just
like,
leaves him in the middle of nowhere and
uh,
goes, "Good luck."
Your death
Mhm.
is on him.
Yeah.
Or his death. Yeah. Whatever I said.
Whatever he said.
And
And then he gets picked up by a different Jeep,
mhm.
and it just
It-
there's nothing
cuts.
to it.
It just cuts, and we assume that he dies because it's the POV shot, and we get the music again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every time the killers are on, we have the.
Killers plural? Oh.
Yeah, Ralph, and then the killer.
Wait.
The killer is Ralph. It's Steve. It's Ned. It could be
Everyone, you watching the movie.
Oh.
That's an interesting.
That
one.
would be cool.
That'd be hard to do.
So we get Bill and Alice back in a cabin. Alice goes to sleep, like calm, real calm. I would not be calm in this situation.
No, she
Mm-mm.
is.
I can't
so
find nobody.
calm.
Phone's not working. Car's not starting. We need to
Honestly,
go.
Actually, I probably would be the same way because I can just sleep whenever.
No, not me. I know. My earrings are coming off. I'm grabbing the bat. I'm ready. Who coming through this door?
Well, are you gonna grab the bat properly?
Yes, we'll get to that when we get there. So Bill says he'll be right back, which guys don't ever say that. And
And he goes to fix a generator.
he goes to fix the generator.
Yeah, and he doesn't know what he's doing
He
because
really
he's kind of
doesn't.
just looking around. He looks like me when I'm lost at work. I'm just like, help, help.
Panic.
And it cuts to Alice waking up screaming Bill. And did you notice that that's when we don't see him anymore after
That's
that?
true.
So she
Mm.
literally predicted his death.
Shit.
Maybe she saw it in a dream.
She
Mhm.
is psychic.
Oh,
She's
what if
Freddy Krueger?
She like sees things that happen in
What
her
if she
dreams.
imagined the whole thing?
Oh,
So Bill cannot turn on the generator, and he starts to walk out of the room, and he kind of like crouches, and a scene kind of cuts to Alice screaming Bill, which we assume that he dies.
Yeah, yeah. We don't get to see him after this.
No, which like again, a lot of the kills in this movie are off screen or like quick cuts to like the person just dead. So Alice wakes up to that. She's kind of like looks like a zombie getting up, like she literally took a real good nap, and she starts to make coffee.
She looked comfortable as fuck though.
She did, and I would not, like I said, I would not be comfortable in this situation.
Yeah.
Like,
that's true.
girl, your friends are dying. Like,
She don't know. Well, she did see the bloody axe.
she saw the bloody axe, the bloody axe, the bloody axe. The phone's not working, and the car's not starting.
Yeah.
3 major signs.
And she goes,
Girl.
"Girl, I just go to sleep."
The bitch is dumb.
God damn.
Sorry.
And this is when we get the famous coffee scene.
Yeah, guys. So we're like in a Hallmark commercial, and she's making coffee, and she's teaching us how to make it. So she's like, "Okay, so first you grab your pan, and then you grab your coffee
Pan.
whatever it was."
The kettle.
It's
The
the
kettle.
70s. Okay, whatever, the kettle. Who cares? She's making coffee.
It's the kettle calling the pot black.
What?
I don't know.
I
It's a
can never say
saying.
that
Huh.
saying, and she says it.
Wow.
And you're lighter than me.
No, I love because this
I think
whole
it's the
scene.
other way around. Actually, it's the pot calling the kettle black.
Honestly,
I don't even know what that means.
It's basically like you're telling me that I'm a certain way, but you're that way, like a hypocrite.
yeah. It's like
You're being hypocritical.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. And
so this coffee scene's like literally 5 minutes, and it's just her making coffee.
I've always thought people always exaggerate it, being like, "Oh, it's literally like her making the whole process of her making coffee," and it literally is.
It is, but she just puts sugar and walks away.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
no, no,
like
no, no.
they
Well-
blue ball you with the actual making the coffee part.
And well, Carlos made a good point watching the movie. It's like almost like it's supposed to build tension because it's
Mhm.
like because it kind of the camera follows Alice
It
every
follows
time she
Alice,
goes
and
get
there's
something.
a window in the back, and you're probably expecting someone to be standing at this window.
Yeah,
But this is where it bothers me because the whole fucking movie, if the killer is around, there's music, and here you
Mhm.
decide to not put music, and it's like, so what? What are we doing here?
yeah. I think it's just building just this tension.
My theory is just that they had like the movie was too short and they needed to add a little bit of time.
Honestly, a lot of the
It's
scenes
true.
could have been cut out, and this movie would have been a perfect short film,
Yeah.
and it would have been fucking popular.
Yeah.
Bobbin.
I mean, it was popular. So
Oh,
no, I
hell
mean
yeah.
it is popular
because
I mean,
of the
it had-
coffee scene.
It had 11 sequels after that, but
Damn.
yeah, it's just like you built this whole movie on the killer with music. This is my opinion. You built this whole movie on the killer with music, and now we just get this boring ass, quiet ass scene of her just
Yeah.
making coffee, which we didn't really need.
I don't understand the process of why they did this, but
you
it's
don't
literally
understand the process of making coffee
making coffee.
because she goes through it step by step, and I think that you should understand.
Oh, it's just I'm so
okay,
used
she
to.
missed a couple because
Yeah.
one, she didn't add the creamer, and two, she didn't pour it in the cup. How do you pour it in the cup? How do you add the creamer? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that's
needed-
that's
I
the
needed
hardest
to be
part.
learned. Right.
How? Like I only got 2 hands.
I don't have an answer for you. Actually.
Well, she has it, and they cut it. That's maybe in the deleted scenes. We should check the
She-
Blu-ray.
She failed.
Yo, what if the rest of the coffee making is in the Blu-ray, like deleted scenes?
Oh,
I would love that.
and it's 30 minutes long. And it goes to the camera looking at her, and she's staring at the camera. She's like, so first you start with pouring your coffee to the measurement you want. How many people are in your party? 5? You want to put 5 scoops of coffee.
Can we make that TikTok?
Yo, I would
Let's
love
make
it. I would love it.
So Alice, after she's done making her coffee, she walks outside, and she opens the door, and as the door closes behind her, Bill is on the door dead.
Yeah, he's like stabbed, like he's
with
like
arrows.
like almost stapled to the door.
Honestly, these arrows are not holding him in real life.
I mean, honestly,
And we didn't see another weapon holding him up and against the
no,
door.
but this has more of a chance of being held up than the knife did in Halloween.
Do
That's
not?
true. That
Okay.
is true.
I'm just
we're gonna
saying.
cut this, please.
What, we gonna start fighting right now?
We might.
Take your earrings off, bitch.
They're coming off as you know it. But yeah, it's like a little homage to Halloween. So she freaks out and she runs to a cabin.
Yeah.
And she becomes little Girl Scouts here.
She
And-
starts putting a rope.
Oh yeah, she
Yes.
grabs a rope and throws it over the cabin, the wood of
The
the cabin
banister.
ceiling. Yeah, the banister.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, she's about to hang herself. She's
I
done.
I said that out loud. I was like, is she killing herself right now?
He's like, fuck this, I'm done.
And then she starts tying the door with the rope, and I'm like, oh, she's smart. She's not that dumb.
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay, but at this point I thought it would be so funny if we made a parody of this movie and the killer just like opens the door in, so like it's not the rope.
Like
the-
she
her
Because the
whole
door
plan-
opens out.
Yeah,
So-
her whole plan was that she tied the rope so that you can't open the door out.
Mhm.
So I thought it would just be really funny if we wrote a parody where the door opens in and the killer's just like, okay.
Surprise. But then what doesn't make sense is she starts grabbing all this furniture from all over the cabin, like these logs, these chairs, and she starts blocking the door. And I'm like, girl, the door opens out. What is you doing right now?
I think the whole point is so it's like there's an
Yeah, like if the
It's
killer
in the
does
way.
get the open, he gets. Yeah, I
Like, it's in
get
the
it, but
way.
I was like, honey, you're wasting your time. Go find a weapon. Go hide.
Well,
Does she grab the bat here?
yes.
Okay,
So
so she grabs the bat midway, not even from the.
it's literally she's literally holding it from like the thicker side of the
Yeah, and
bat.
I'm like, girl, that's not how
I'm
you
like,
hold a bat,
what the
honey.
fuck?
And then she goes into the kitchen, and she grabs like a fork. Those fork you use for grilling.
Yeah, like
The big
the
ones?
skewer sticks, or like it's not skewer sticks, but they're like the really long.
It's like a pitchfork but small.
yeah.
For
that's-
grilling. Yes, we'll use that, baby. We'll use that.
But you know what? I do want to mention. So I'm gonna think about this in the most artistic way possible.
Okay,
Since
I don't
Alice,
like the way you're talking right
since
now.
Alice is the virgin of the movie, right? The bat might resemble a penis. That's why she grabs it in a really weird way because she's
Okay.
unexperienced.
Can we cut this out?
We're done. No.
You know, somewhere out there, someone that's what
Oh,
they
I'm
said.
pretty sure.
We're looking for a replacement for the film daddy.
Wait, what? No,
So
you can't
let
do
us
this to me.
know.
You
Um,
can't.
So she's in the kitchen, kind of trying to hide, and then fucking Brenda just busts through the window. But she did. But she gets
No,
thrown.
Brenda's the killer.
Yo, okay. Before we're about to reveal the killer. This killer threw this girl through the window, and she flew in. How? We'll get
Well,
why. How?
She's got rope around her, so I was thinking maybe she like swung her in.
But how the fuck?
But then
did
she got untied. Like the
No,
rope
it still
got
has
loose.
rope. It
No,
still has rope
she still
around
had
her.
rope around her.
No, I know that, but then it's like if she swung her in, wouldn't she be tied to something and she'd be still hanging?
Oh, that's true.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, this killer got super straight. She was being helped, but let's get to it real quick. So she goes and she freaks the fuck out, right? And she runs out. Okay, this is where she fucked herself over because now she has this obstacle in front of the door. She's trying to get through, and she's like, "Oh fuck, why did I do this?" And
Well, they pull up in a Jeep, so I'm sure Alice is like, "Oh, it's Steve. Steve's back."
well, yeah. But when she gets outside, and it's not, it's Mrs. Voorhees. Well, it's a woman. Well, okay,
Well,
it's Mrs. Voorhees.
Mrs.
'cause
Voorhees,
She
she
introduces
mentioned,
herself real
yeah.
quick,
And
and
from this point on, I refer to her as Vorbitch in my
Vorbitch.
notes.
which honestly, I think people thought she was just this nice old lady that just
Well,
showed
yeah.
up to the camp.
We
She-
know Voorhees now because it's Jason Voorhees,
Yeah.
but like back
Well,
in the day, nobody knew who
People
the
I
fuck
had
this
no
was.
idea.
No, yeah. People
Yeah.
just knew it was a little boy that drowned in the lake one year and then 2 cancers died the next. That's
Yeah.
all we know from this camp.
Well, I didn't know who she was, and when she was introduced, I thought she was just a bitch because she didn't believe Alice on anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
she's acting
then-
like really weird.
Yeah,
Like she
Oh,
kind of just doesn't believe her
She's
at
like,
all.
"Oh, I'm not scared. Let's go see the bodies." They go see the bodies, and she starts giving her backstory how she was a cook here.
Yeah, she's like, oh my god,
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
so young,
Yeah.
so pretty.
she is literally like one of those "woe is me"
Yeah.
characters.
So she basically said that she was a cook in the camp, and her son was going to that camp.
Yeah.
The counselors were not watching him, and that he was not a.
Well,
very
she
good
doesn't even
swimmer.
reveal. She doesn't even reveal that it's her son. She just
Well,
starts saying,
yeah, the little
"Remember the boy,"
the little boy.
and she kind of starts getting angry.
Mhm.
And this is not when we get the flashbacks, right?
No.
So she mentioned.
I stopped writing. I was so into this fight because this is like World Star right here. But
well,
yeah.
she says they were making love while that young boy drowned.
Yeah.
His name was
Yes.
Jason.
Which is why the trope of like if you have sex you die, because it's
Mhm.
like she would kill anyone because of her son dying.
I love
Yeah.
that they explain it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's literally like Jason died because these camp counselors were irresponsible and they decided to get
Yeah.
freaky dicky while Jason was getting dead.
And
You
then-
know,
My
Okay.
favorite line in my notes is here. It says Vorbitch is his mother.
Yeah, because this is when she gets closer to Alice and she
and
goes.
grabs her.
She says, "Jason was my son, and today it's his birthday,
Yes.
which is Friday the 13th."
Yeah,
And before she says that, she says, "I am Jason," and I was like, "Wait, what?"
Mhm.
Yeah. it's like a weird. There's so
We'll get into we'll get into it after the movie of
Yeah.
why she went because. Okay, we'll get into it. I might have a little bit of explanation from my theories.
Ooh, okay.
She also
Um,
says, "I couldn't just let them open this place."
So she
Yeah.
doesn't want the place open. So it's like anyone that walks in here you're gonna die
Yeah,
because of the memory of her son.
yeah,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Look what you did to him, to Alice." But I don't understand that because Alice never did anything.
Well, it's just
freaky.
she's just a camp
She did it,
counselor.
but she's a camp
so
counselor.
she's like
If
camp
you're-
counselors are evil.
Mhm.
So because
I
they killed my
guess.
son.
Because all they want to do is fuck and not pay attention to the children.
No, wait, not fuck. They want to get what?
Freaky dicky.
Exactly. Thank you.
Dun dun dun. She is the killer, and we start ding ding ding. Alice versus
Yo,
Mrs. Voorhees.
what?
Which this fight took 20 minutes in 3 different rooms, and it was the best fight ever.
This was like end game level,
like yo,
Thanos versus the Incredible Three.
Like honestly, Bad Girls Club season 1 right here. Like this is what started it.
Alice
like,
was a bad bitch, though. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
she
lie.
was, but Mrs. Voorhees got some hits in there. Like, girl. So how did she starts to stab her, right? And Alice just runs outside.
She literally lifts up her shirt and shows her
the
knife, and
which
goes
is the
to
knife
pull
from the
it up.
poster, which
Yes.
is very important because
Yes.
it's on her waist.
It's like
in
a
the
Bowie
poster.
knife.
Mhm.
Oh.
And Alice runs away. This is where Steve kind of falls, kind of like Linda did in
Bob.
Halloween,
No,
or
Bob.
Bob in
Bob, yeah.
Halloween.
Which
And
that was cool. I liked that homage a
Mhm.
lot.
and she runs into like this barn type of cab. It looked like it was outside,
Like
kind
a
of still.
workhouse. or-
Yeah.
Like a hardware
Yeah.
little where they do wood shop,
Workspace,
basically.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good
And
name.
she gets a gun.
Or she tries. Yeah.
She tries. And Mrs. Voorhees walks in, does a little more explanation. Like, I don't
She
fucking
does the
know.
kill her,
Yeah.
kill her, mommy, kill her,
Mhm.
because she's like. You start seeing that she's not right in the head.
Yeah.
So she's like starts
It's
talking
like
in
she's
like
hearing
Jason's
Jason.
voice.
Mhm.
And it's like a close up of her, like of her mouth, going, kill her, mommy, kill her. And she goes, I will, Jason.
Yup.
I will.
Mhm.
And I don't know what happens in what order, but she grabs Alice and she starts pimp slapping the fuck out of her.
So it's like, so the order was that she grabs Alice grabs the gun. She tries to get bullets, but it's completely locked, and she's trying to hit it with
course it
the
is.
yeah. She tries to hit it with the
Final girl
gun,
trope. Can
Yeah.
never get the
Yeah.
weapons right.
and then Pamela shows up and she starts going, kill her, like in front of her.
Oh yeah,
and
it
I'm
starts
a
getting real dramatic.
Alice is probably like, what the fuck is
Oh my
wrong with
God.
this? It's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And she literally just walks. Alice has the gun pointing at her. Pamela doesn't know what the fuck is like if she has bullets or not. She just walks straight up to her,
Maybe she's
grabs the
natural.
gun, and fucking slaps her in the
Yo,
face.
she slaps her twice, like
Like,
boom, boom across. Like grabs, like she's grabbing her, and then she throws her on the hay, looks at her, slaps her again,
Yo,
and then grabs her one more time and throws her on the floor. When I think does she get a slap here? This is where she pushes her back.
this is when she pushes her back.
Okay, so she about to slap her again. I was like, damn, 3rd time's the charm for this girl. And she pushes her back and she starts to run. She runs back to the cabin and she goes into the kitchen, into the pantry, what motherfucking pantry has a lock in from the inside?
That is
That's-
exactly what I said.
It's
What the
so
hell?
weird, but it's because plot. Like that's
Yeah,
the
like-
only explanation.
Were counselors locking themselves? Like the pantry was the sex room, so that's where they put a lock there.
Maybe they're like, hey, this is smart. Let's just put this in here.
Because no one's gonna come in the kitchen looking for food.
Yeah.
But this is when Alice grabs a cast iron.
Yes, but she's hiding. It's very suspenseful.
Yeah, which has
She's-
a really cool shot here.
Yeah,
'cause
she doesn't find her.
All you see is the lights turn on, and like
Mhm.
it's because it's like almost pitch black,
Mhm.
and then you see the lights turn on, and the lights come out of the creases from the door.
Yeah, because
which
it's
I thought
it's
was
a
really
wooden
cool.
door with like
segments.
yeah.
And she kind of like leans in, kind of like making hiding from the light. And in the back, you see the doorknob kind of shaking,
Oh,
which was
that
really creepy. I thought it was
creeped me
really
out.
effective.
And she starts busting through the door like Jack from The Shining. And
Yeah.
yeah. And Alice could have like fucking stabbed her hand or something here with something, or like bashed her hand in so she couldn't use it. But no, she lets her open the door, which, okay, smart. Okay, you can hit her in the head here. But Mrs. Voorhees was ready to fucking swing. Like she had the machete and she just fucking swings without thinking. And I'm like, oh my God. If it would have been me, she would have hit me. I'll give her that. I will give her that.
Alice like Neo that shit, like Matrix that
Yeah,
fucking
she sure did. And she hits like the shelves.
Mhm.
And then Alice gets up and just fucking swings on her with a fucking
cast iron,
cast
like
iron
right in her
frying
head.
frying
pan.
pan. What? Those things are heavy. I've held
Oh,
one.
hell
They're
yeah.
fucking heavy. She bashes her hand, she falls, and she is bleeding. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
she got her.
I remember like in the movie, Carlos goes, "Oh, she didn't even," because I said, "Holy shit, she's fucking dead." After that,
Yeah,
like,
and I was
there's
like,
no way. And he's
nah.
like, "They didn't hit her that hard." And then literally that second,
She turns around.
she
and
turns
there's
around.
blood.
There's like a pool of blood
And I
right
was
next to
like,
her.
Oh, she did hit her hard. So Alice just walks away, goes outside, and goes to the shore of the lake, and she thinks everything's calm and fine.
Yeah.
And this is where we get the last final fight, and Mrs. Voorhees comes from behind again with the machete, like she ready,
She didn't go
and misses again, and they're just fight. They're like
Well,
MMA fighting on the ground.
It's so
Well,
sick how they
before-
show that.
Before they fight on the ground, Alice had picked up an oar for the
oh
canoe.
yeah, that's true.
And this knife just slices right through the oar. And
Yeah.
like, what kind
It's-
of
I think it's a
fucking knife?
machete.
It's a hunter.
machete.
It's a hunter's. No, she has a hunter's.
She had the knife this time, because
No,
in
she
the
had the
machete.
machete. She had the
Yeah.
machete. At
Yeah,
this
it was
point.
like the machete foreshadowing. I mean, yeah.
But even a machete, I don't think would
No,
go
machetes
straight.
are sharp as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, it just depends how
And
sharp
yeah.
you have it. But
I think I'll ask Frankie when I see him, but I think his dad cut his arm one time with a machete.
what are you talking? Frankie is right here in the
Okay,
corner.
Guys, we weren't supposed to like say. Frankie's just chilling with us in the corner. He's playing his Pokemon game, but yeah, I think Frankie's dad one time cut his arm with a machete. Can you confirm that he did?
Yeah, machetes
Machetes
are
are-
fucked.
yeah. Like almost chopped his arm
I
off.
guess growing up, I only ever had a really fucking dull, rusty machete.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm basing it off.
No, in Puerto Rico, when there's wood, you
Mhm.
need them. You need
I
'em.
my neighbor, his job was literally like chopping shit
Mhm.
with
Crazy
machetes.
that it just slices through
And
it like
you have
butter.
to be really careful because you could swing and hit yourself with them. Like,
Mhm.
to
Ugh.
kill you.
But I thought this was really cool because we have Alice like in the lake because they're like kind of like
They're
at
on
the shore,
Yeah.
and you see the boat, the canoes,
Mhm.
and she looks and they reveal Pamela behind her about to cut her head off, but they show it in the water, like the reflection of the
Oh,
water, and I
yeah,
thought
that
that
was
was really nice.
cool.
I thought it was a really good
Which
shot.
honestly, so they're MMA fighting on the ground for a little bit, kind of wrestling.
Kind of yo,
and then-
Pamela a little thick. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
But I'll give this to Pamela. Was already like kind of in, like her head is bashed in. I'm pretty sure she's like not feeling it.
She's already
But
crazy.
I'll give it to her that she's still trying to fight this girl. Like, girl, just give up. But
Well,
then,
What I don't understand about this whole sequence is that Pamela has been killing these kids off like one by one, like it's nothing, and now she's having the hardest time with.
final
Wait,
girls.
final girl? Yo, she the baddest bitch.
Final girls just have a special power. It's like an aura that's
Because they
full
want
that
to
just gets into them.
survive. They
Yeah,
want to
wanna
survive.
I mean,
Oh.
I'm sure they all wanted to survive.
But well, it's like in a lot of like in a reality situation, like
Mhm.
some people just freeze. Like if you notice, like everyone was just kind of like, well,
Mhm.
Kevin Bacon was caught off guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is she catches all of these people off guard, but then she completely reveals herself to
That's true.
Alice.
Well, there's a book on Final Girls. I forgot the name and the author who did it, but I'll look it up so I can. It literally explains the history of these movies
We should
and
do
the Final Girls.
We should do some research on them.
Yeah.
Anyways,
But yeah. So then Alice runs over to the machete, grabs it. Honestly, Pamela had time to duck or do something about this, but she didn't. She just stares at Alice and like, "Well, my head's about to come off here."
It's a slow motion,
very
like really
slow
choppy, really choppy
and
slow
then
motion.
Boom! Her head just
Dude,
boom,
gruesome.
right off her head.
Her head is
Decapitates her.
fucked.
it was so good.
Yeah.
And then Alice is like, finally, I kill this bitch. And she gets into the boat. And since she doesn't have the oar anymore because, Pamela broke it in half, she starts using her
Wait,
oar.
what the fuck are you guys calling it?
Huh?
An oar?
Or,
What about paddle?
I mean, or
Same
is still a
thing.
paddle.
Same thing? Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Okay, don't come for my vocabulary.
No, I was really confused. I'm like, what kind of word are you guys using? I was confused.
It's an ogre.
No, it's an ore, like an iron ore from Minecraft.
Oh, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Now that makes more sense.
That okay, I don't get that one. But
so yeah, she just gets in the canoe and then starts paddling away with her hand, which looks so funny.
But the best thing is that she's looking back, and my idea is that the director doesn't tell her when to stop, so she's kind of like, "Am I? No,
yeah,
okay."
like
and she
the
just keeps
director's
going.
like, you need to get on the boat. You need to get in the
And
water.
she's
And
like-
she's like, oh, I do. Oh shit, my bad.
And she's
Which
far.
honestly, I would have told the director like, no. First of all, it's dark as fuck out here, and
It's
it's a
fucking
lake.
pitch
No,
black.
Yeah.
you get in the boat.
Jason's in this lake.
We don't know that, baby. We don't know that.
Yeah, come on, stop spoiling it.
But it drifts off into the darkness of the lake, and it cuts in his morning.
Yeah, it's
Well, okay,
bright
wait,
as
hold
day.
on. We do know that he fucking died in the lake.
Yeah, but we don't know he's alive.
Okay, but I never said he was
Okay,
alive.
okay. We'll theorize, guys. We'll theorize after the
This-
movie. Let's
this
finish the
is-
Let's finish the movie.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So it cuts in its morning. It's this beautiful music where like Alice is saved.
It's
Yay.
literally like
The cops show up randomly. I don't know how the cops knew everybody was dying.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm gonna assume that the cop that gave Steve a ride, just decided
Went
to go
back to
check on
check
him,
on
make sure
him.
he got there safe. I'm gonna guess that.
Well, they had
Um,
their sirens on though.
That's true. Movies. Um,
Plot.
yeah, and it's beautiful music. You think everything's calm,
It's
Yeah, I was like,
gorgeous.
oh, this is the last.
and
5
I was
seconds of the
waiting because
movie.
this movie's known for this scene, and I was like, oh, this is gonna scare the fuck out of Sydney.
Yo.
And she screamed 5 times, super loud. And I'm like, are you done? Like-
because we have just Alice just with this beautiful peaceful music. She's kind of playing with the water, and I
she,
heard the
like,
music.
looks up and it's like, oh, I'm saved.
And fucking Jason just pops out of the water and just fucking grabs her, and Sydney's like,
she like melts,
and
and she
she's
kind of like.
shaking. She's shaking like she's doing the Harlem Shake or something. And
I had my notes on my lap and they almost went flying.
and on top of that, Frankie jumped and scared me, so I jumped, and then Sydney just keeps screaming. So I thought Sydney was screaming because Frankie scared me, and I'm like, it's okay, it's just Jason. It's just Jason.
But it's just like it's so fun because it goes from music going from da, 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 to
Yeah.
like really
But the
loud.
thing is
Oh
that
my god!
she didn't scream just ah. She went ah ah. As she's shaking.
What?
As she's shaking. It was so funny. It was, oh my
I'm,
god.
like,
I
mad
wish
at
we
you
would have got it
guys.
on video.
I'm mad that you didn't.
I'm mad, man. We didn't either.
Oh, my
We need to
God.
start recording all these movies.
Yeah, we do.
So it cuts to Alice just dreaming about this. So it wasn't really Jason. Well, everything happened but this.
Yeah,
So
because yeah,
she
she's
asked
like,
if her friends
"Everyone's
were
dead."
okay. They're like, everyone's dead. But then she kept asking about the boy Jason, and the cop's like, you just crazy.
Yeah, it's like we didn't see no
Yeah.
boy.
He died a
And-
long time ago.
Yeah. And the movie just ends here, right?
Yeah, it just goes. It zooms into her face and it kind of overlays with the lake, and then that's it.
Oh yes. And does it give us a last
No.
timeline or anything? Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah,
It just,
and
that's
so
it.
during this whole last scene, I'm just there like paralyzed, like still terrified.
Yeah, she looks at us like, "You guys are not
traumatized."
traumatized." I'm like, "No, we knew this was coming."
Yeah, like we were waiting for you to figure it out.
Oh my god,
Which
I
they-
still feel
Which
a little
when we get to
traumatized.
they redo this in the remake differently, and I want to know I want to see if you'll forget by the time we get there, but I want to see if it'll get you too.
Okay, well, the fact that you told me I'm gonna forget by the time we get there means
I
I'm not
mean,
going to
by the
forget.
time you get to the 13th movie, it becomes a repeat.
13th.
13.
Oh wait,
What
12.
the
12,
hell?
12.
13th hasn't been made, which people wanted because it'll be like
I
Friday
mean,
the
Friday
13th.
the 13th, the
movie.
13th.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, there's no 13th movie
Well,
yet.
what about Freddy vs. Jason's
It still
considered?
counts as there's still 12 movies
Wow.
for Jason.
Well, okay, so I thought that they should have done this ending different. I thought it would have been really cool if they ended with Jason coming out of the water and attacking her, and then
Yes.
the next movie starting off with her waking up in the.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's a story of why she didn't continue the second movie. So
Wait, what?
She
Well, I don't know the second. I don't
Well,
know
no, no,
anything
no,
about
no.
the second movie.
So-
I just thought it would be cool if she woke up in the second movie, and
I
you
will
this entire time you thought that was real until the second movie comes out.
I will
Well-
tell you she is in the second one. That's all I'm going to tell you.
yeah,
She is in the second one.
I think
Um,
it's just the beginning part, right?
She's only there in the beginning, and actual Jason just fucking finishes her off.
There's an actual Jason.
Yeah,
This
this
is where it gets
this-
this is where it gets confusing. So what she saw in the lake was a dream.
Yes, I know that, but I
The
thought
whole
it
thing
would be
happened.
cool
Mhm.
if this movie ended
Just-
where you thought that
No,
that
no, no,
kid
no.
was real.
I totally agree with you, and I wish it would have ended like that because the dream ending was it just mellowed the movie down and it was stupid. If this movie would have ended with Jason grabbing her, it would have left everyone in fucking shock, and I think that this movie would have been even more popular.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yeah, and then I think that the next one, because I don't know anything about the next one, but I thought maybe it would be cool if that last few minutes where she wakes up in the hospital would have been the very beginning of the next movie.
Yeah. No, and I agree. And I don't remember the timeline and how far along the second we get into the
It's
second one.
2 years. I'm pretty sure it's,
It's
2
2 years
I'm
later.
pretty sure.
So and she still has PTSD from that.
Well,
so,
I mean, I still have PTSD from that.
and
Yeah.
I get it. So, but yeah,
so I can't imagine she.
my theory is because Okay, so you know that Jason is who continues the franchise is not Pamela, obviously, because her fucking head gets chopped off.
Yeah.
Um,
She's fucking dead.
so the thing is, Jason I guess I'm gonna say that Jason did not die when he drowned.
Yeah.
He
In
somehow made it
58,
out
in 57.
58.
57.
58 was the
57.
counselors. And 57, he made it out of the water, but instead of going back to camp, maybe he just didn't want to face the bullies. He lived off in the woods and he became a survivor, which is what I like in the remake that we always
That's
mention to each
pretty
other that he's like a survival specialist
Yo,
in the fucking remake,
he's fucking crazy
which
in
I
that
love.
movie.
No more sequels, guys.
No, it's just his story. So I think that with the scene that Brenda said, Alice, you drew for his blood. I don't know if they were planning on sequels, to be honest, but the fact that she said that Alice kills his mom, and this is when he actually starts coming out and actually starts killing for his mom, it was like, oh shit, like Alice, this was what started the whole Camp Crystal Lake bullshit for the next 11 movies.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Because I feel like if it wasn't for Alice killing Pamela,
I can't believe
Jason
they.
probably would have stayed in hiding, and Pamela probably would have been the one making sure that no one makes it to the camp.
Well,
Yeah.
I just can't believe that they milked this for 11 more movies.
Dude, and it gets
Mhm.
fucking ridiculous. Like after the 5th movie, it just goes
So-
bonkers. This motherfucker goes to New York and takes Manhattan. That's what it's
Okay.
called.
Technically Canada.
Let's get into segments.
Alrighty. So what are the segments?
The
Sexments.
sexments.
Sexments
I like
for
that.
today. What are the segments for today?
So, who do we think is the daddy of the movie?
That's hard. I honestly, I wasn't really attracted to none of these guys. Or
I
women.
think
I mean, okay,
Hmm.
Steve in that outfit.
daddy material.
It's just the mustache.
I think it's just the outfit. It's just the outfit.
Really?
You know what? I'm gonna go
If
with
you were wearing that outfit,
Ew. I don't know. Nobody needs to see
Please.
that.
Kevin Bacon.
Ooh. Kevin Bacon giving that good bacon?
I hope so, because the way Marcy was moaning, I mean, it seemed like he was
I mean,
frying it up in there real good and crispy.
yeah, but also, do you remember how Bill made, what was her name? Linda moan in Halloween?
hmm
And that didn't look good, so.
But Kevin's did. Kevin looked like he was doing the motions with the oceans.
That's true. Kevin Bacon, because he was in Footloose.
And honestly, he probably did the helicopter better than Bob.
a lot longer.
Yeah,
That's
and we saw
true.
some booty.
That's right.
True.
She did grab his booty. He was kind
Oh,
of.
Oh,
yeah, we missed that part.
yeah.
She actually grabs his booty cheek.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, so I guess that probably makes
You know
him-
what? Kevin for the whole movie.
You think so?
Kevin for president for Friday the 13th.
I liked Bill. I thought he was cute.
Yeah, Bill was
I
pretty
just,
cute.
I just didn't like the mustache. The
No,
mustache.
that's
No,
Steve.
no,
that's
that's
Steve.
Steve.
Bill is the.
You see,
Yeah, I'm telling you, they look the same. I don't know. For me, I don't know.
I feel out of all the girls, Alice was the cuter one.
Yeah, but like a daddy in the group, like I don't have
This movie was so bad to
because I don't like
choose.
Ned.
Yeah,
I feel like
Ugh.
Kevin Bacon. I didn't consider him
Bill
daddy
was-
material though.
Bill was okay.
I think
I
yeah,
would've
Bill's
considered
fine.
Bill.
But Bill's fine.
What about Alice?
No, she didn't really do anything the entire movie.
She survived.
Yeah, what the fuck? She literally
okay.
cut someone's head off.
She was daddy at the end of the movie.
There you go.
That's that. I'm gonna
Okay.
say that.
Okay,
Pamela is daddy
you're not
material.
in this podcast today.
I have to say, I'm sorry.
All right, how about Mary Fuck Kill, Carlos?
Fuck, you see,
Ooh. That's
I'm
a hard one.
I'm gonna marry I'm gonna marry the bacon. I'm gonna
Fuck
fuck
the
the
bacon.
bacon, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
kill the
kill the
Pamela.
bacon?
No,
Well,
I'm
you
gonna
have
kill
to-
Pamela.
You have to kill the pig in order to get the bacon.
Oh my
so.
no, we don't slaughter animals.
Well,
That's
Kevin
true.
Bacon kind of looks like a pig. You know what I'm
Oh.
saying?
Oh my god, can I change?
Can I
Do not come for my Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon, I love you.
Yeah, I love Kevin Bacon.
Please
dude.
be on my podcast.
your podcast.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I forget that sometimes I'm the star. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I'm gonna change my mind. The daddy of the movie is definitely the snake, who did not deserve to die
Yo.
like that.
Fucking- Fucking justice for this black
Justice
snake.
for the snake. Snake lives matter. You okay?
City enjoyed that one.
Okay, thank you. And then I, I'm gonna marry Kevin Bacon. Like, I hated all the guys in this movie, and I'll just fuck Bill, and I'm gonna kill Steve. Something about Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
It's the
kinda
pedo
looks like a-
mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very 70s porn. Like, ugh.
Sydney.
I would first of all kill Ned right
Oh.
off the bat. He was fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that him too.
Yeah.
They all can go except Kevin.
I'm gonna fuck. I think I would fuck Steve. I just really liked that outfit.
What the fuck? It's so weird.
Can you cosplay him for me?
No, nobody needs to see that.
And then for Mary, I want to marry the cop that came in and was like, "Can it, coochie?"
Get it, coochie. Wow, that's a rant. That came out of left field.
Hot take.
I hate Coochie.
I'm personally offended.
And I personally attacked.
Hey.
I'm just kidding. Much love.
I don't know who I would pick. So
I-
I'd fuck.
This movie's hard.
Yeah, this movie's hard, but this one has a lot of options besides compared to the other movies, except Shopping Mall.
Chopping Mall had better options.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I would fuck Brenda.
Okay.
That's a good choice.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Brenda's cute.
She has no titties though.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Hey, small titties matter.
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
have
Small
That's
booties
true.
matter.
I have that too.
It's all love.
Right.
I'll make her feel good about herself.
Exactly, with the helicopter and emotions in the
Wow,
oceans.
is that what you do to me?
Of course.
Anyways, uh, I would marry. I don't know who I would. I think Mercy. I would marry Mercy.
Not Alice.
Really?
No, Alice. I don't know. I feel like I would just be
She'll
annoyed
make
about.
you coffee.
Mercy was annoying.
Yeah, it's true.
She's gonna tell you about her dreams all dramatically when
Yeah,
she
with
looks out
fucking
into the scenery.
Honestly, she was dreaming about period. That was a period dream.
That could be.
Yeah.
You know, there's someone out there
Because she
being
said
like,
the river and
"There's
the
red
whatever.
river, and it started raining red, and I think I matured."
Because it can't
Well,
be Evil Dead 2013. That didn't
yeah.
exist
Yeah,
yet.
that's
well,
true.
I mean, but she did foreshadow Evil Dead 2013, so maybe that's why you want
Was
to
she a
marry
writer
her.
in that? No, but I guess Alice,
She'll
but
make you coffee.
she would make me
did
coffee.
teach us how to make it.
That's true. That's true. I
Yeah,
saw it.
She's not Mormon like me, so maybe she can actually make you coffee.
Hey, you made me coffee that one time.
And it wasn't good.
It was so bad, but I drank it. I'm like,
It
this
was
is
my
great.
first time.
It was fucking adorable. I was like, oh, this is great, babe. And you're like, okay, good. I'm glad you like it. I'm like,
Was it really bad?
it was okay. It wasn't,
Oh,
it's really hard to fuck
I
up.
think the dream was about her becoming a woman. I think she mentions it.
You think, really?
Now that I think about it, yeah.
Oh, I mean, she is talking about blood and
Mhm.
Well, I mean,
mean-
it's a really cringy way of talking about becoming a woman. Like, just have a
Well, I
quinceanera
mean-
like a normal person.
oh fuck, Jesus. So I mean, it's supposed to be like a creative. This is an artistic take on
Mhm.
it. So I mean, obviously, she's not gonna be like, hey, I got my period.
Oh my god! What if they were trying to reference Carrie?
Or Evil Dead 2013.
No.
All right, so who are you gonna fucking marry?
Okay. So I would fuck Brenda.
We already established that. Who
Yeah,
are you
get to the
marrying?
marriage.
I'm marrying, I guess, Alice because she can make coffee.
Yeah.
I guess.
Wow.
And
And she
I
can,
would.
She can take people's heads off.
That's true.
That's
She is a
true.
bad bitch, so she can defend me.
That's true. Or
I just-
she can fucking
someone-
take your head off.
Someone breaks in.
Get it?
Baby, can you protect me?
Well, maybe she can take your head off.
Yeah, kind of like
Oh.
JWoww and like Jersey Shore, where she's like, after she has sex with a guy, she rips their heads off. Apparently.
No,
Oh.
I was
Maybe
thinking
you.
a different head.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, wow. And then I
Oh,
would
oh,
I
mm.
would kill I was fine when he's annoyed me. Pamela is crazy, but I think I would kill Ralph. He freaks me out a little bit.
I
Not
thought
gonna
you
lie.
said you liked him.
I liked him, but he freaks me out. I feel like I like him in small doses, you know?
Alright.
Like, oh, look at Ralph, the crazy motherfucker from down the street.
Which I think we see Ralph more too in the as the movies go on.
I can't
I think we see him
remember.
a couple more times. I'm
That's
not sure.
awesome.
I might be wrong. Or maybe he just has that face, or he's been in other movies that I just don't know of.
Maybe.
I'm talking a lot right now. Sorry.
And then any other segments?
So we have a new segment today.
Oh.
What was the best scare and what was the worst scare?
Ooh.
So definitely the best scare is the last scene
Yeah.
with Jason.
Yeah, I jumped, but I think mostly because you were screaming and he
I
jumped
mean,
behind me.
Yeah, I screamed like 5 times.
So that one kind of got me. The one with Brenda going through the window got me. I forgot that happened. But that's like a thing in Jason movies, like windows.
Yeah.
It's a
yeah.
thing.
Well, thanks. Now I know that.
You're gonna forget. Worst? Anybody that got killed off screen.
Yeah. I think the
Yeah.
jump scares, like, mostly they all got me because it's so loud.
And I think it's the music.
Yeah, the music
was what helped it.
obviously adds to it. I think the cheapest one was Ralph being in the
Yes,
in
that's
the
what I was gonna
pantry.
say.
Mm-hmm.
That one, why was it there?
Yeah.
Like, why is this motherfucker in the pantry? Like, it
I
was
think
just
it was just to create tension and also to create like maybe it's this guy.
Yeah, like maybe it's him. Maybe he's the killer.
yeah, maybe.
Maybe Pamela's trying to frame him.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like it was so weird. I'm like, why the fuck is he in a pantry? Like, that's so fucking random.
Yeah,
But-
that was random. Maybe what if he locked himself in there?
That's true. He
Oh,
accidentally.
the lock was there
Maybe he's the one who installed the lock.
Yeah, maybe.
before they got there.
Yeah. Okay, and then favorite quotes?
Oh fuck.
Ooh, I wrote mine.
Mine was I liked Brenda's Alice drew first blood because I feel like damn she really did and she really made Jason come out of the hiding. And I had another one which was I think Ralph was the
Sorry,
one that
there's
said
only one favorite.
I'm the horror daddy. I get to have two if I want to. It was Ralph says fuck I can't find it. Oh sorry guys.
He says that?
No.
I don't think there's any cursing in this movie.
Was there not?
No, there's no cursing.
Oh wow. Fuck. What does he say? He said, Jonathan, go ahead. Wow, I can't remember. I'll find it. Go ahead, Jonathan.
sure?
Go ahead. Yeah,
Okay.
Go ahead.
So my favorite quote was Ralph, and it's at the beginning of the
What
movie.
if
when-
it's the same one?
Okay, can we do it? Can we say it? I found it. Can we see if it's the same one? Say it at the same
Okay,
time.
Say it
okay,
at the same
let's
time. I
see it.
really hope it's not the same
All right.
one.
3,
One,
2, 1.
You were going up and I was going down. Hold on.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Going
It's
to
got a
come
death
flat
curse.
8.
That was
Oh my God.
amazing.
Okay.
Okay, you say it. You say
Okay,
it.
so mine is from Ralph and it says it's got a death curse.
Yeah.
And then my second one is Brenda saying, Alice, you drew first blood. I'm done.
Okay.
You go ahead, Boo.
Mine was Ralph, and he says, "Going to Camp Blood, ain't ya?" And I just thought it was just really funny. how he
Sounded
said
like
it.
a leprechaun just now.
Going to Camp Blood, ain't ya? Huh? That has a curse, eh? I
I'm
can't
not
do
making
it.
fun of Irish people.
Yeah,
We
no,
love
I just
everyone.
can't do an Irish accent.
You can probably guess mine because I've said it a couple times throughout this podcast now. But
Kill
it's,
her, mommy. Kill her.
no,
No?
it's
Oh.
when the cop goes to Ned. He goes, "Can it, Coochie?"
Get it, Coochie. Is that it for the segments?
All right, yeah, that's it, guys.
Alrighty. So we're gonna, obviously watch the movie.
Yes.
If you guys can, if you haven't seen it at all,
Is
I'd
it-
say watch the movie before you even.
Is it
Listen
on
to-
Shutter?
No, it's
Oh.
on. Prime actually has all 8, the first 8, I think.
Really?
for
Okay,
free right
well,
now.
Shutter sponsor us anyways.
Yeah, please.
Yes, love you. But anyways, thank you everyone that's been listening. Thank you everyone that's been sharing. Thank you everyone that's been downloading. We really, really do appreciate it. Anyone that's joined the Facebook group, thank you. We can talk there if you guys want to. Don't be shy. So yeah, if you want to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, it is at Horror Daddies for all of them.
All of them.
We do have a YouTube
Every
channel.
single one.
Oh, even TikTok now.
Yes, TikTok. We're gonna start
Um,
making TikTok. It's just a little
hopefully.
harder,
Yeah.
but because we're always so busy. But
All right, we do have a YouTube channel. No videos up yet, but if you want to start subscribing now, you can. It's also Horror Daddies. If you do want to follow me, it's Carlos Mars II on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
yep, and it's just for me. It's call me at call me Papa John. So you
And
can
for
follow
me,
me.
if you want to talk to me, just go through the Instagram. I run that. All right, so that's the podcast, guys. And remember,
frozen bacon shrinks.
See you in your dreams.
Horror Daddies.
Mwah.